So I came across this on the Richard Dawkins Foundation website. The Rethink Prize is a competition to publicly crowdsource a modern alternative to the 10 Commandments, with prizes totaling $10,000. Okay, that's kind of nice, but honestly, I think you're way off base in going for 10. Because no one's ever going to be able to remember 10. Christianity has already taught us that over 2,000 years. Look, these Christians are going to have 10 rules given to them by the most powerful, knowledgeable, and omnibenevolent entity in the entire universe that they should obey. And most of them are doing well if they can name 3. And those are typically the obvious social ones that have nothing to do with religion. And believe me, nothing is funnier than watching the deer in a headlights look of a Christian who's just told us how important the 10 Commandments are.
The 10 Commandments is not a bad thing for people to understand and to respect.
I'm with you.
I think if we were totally without them, we may lose a sense of our direction.
Trying to remember what those really important rules that he's meant to lead his life by actually are.
What are the 10 Commandments?
What are all of them? You want me to name them all?
Yeah, please.
I mean, what does it say about your religion when you think you have rules written on your heart but don't know what they are?
Don't murder. Don't lie. Don't steal. I can't name them all.
Yeah, almost no one can remember all that weird stuff about not making graven images or God being a jealous God. Just quite who he's jealous of, I'm not quite sure, but apparently he is. They're lucky if they can remember don't kill, don't lie, and don't steal. Now, commandments really isn't my thing because I prefer reasoned arguments. But if I was doing commandments...
Behold, the one commandment! Make it a double!
No, not that one. If I was making a commandment for society, other than wearing sunscreen, of course, it would be simply this.
Be excellent to each other.
It embodies everything that something like the 10 Commandments should embody. And it does it in less than 10 words. But what do I believe? I believe that what separates us from civilizations untouched by modern civilization is the knowledge gained from scientific investigation. I believe that essentially the only thing that separates the primitive Amazonian societies waving wooden sticks at planes in the sky from those who built and flew those exact same planes is the library. Seriously, you take a baby out of that jungle and give them a modern education, and their technical ability would be indistinguishable from ours. From chipping stones to silicon chips in one generation. From designing spears to satellites in one generation. I believe that anyone born today has this ultimate privilege of access to information that the combined intellects of Einstein, Darwin, Faraday and Newton would have killed for. And this is one of the key reasons why I'm here. Because knowledge is the name of the game, and merely discovering the unknown is not enough to increase the knowledge of mankind. You also have to counter those who would poison the well of knowledge with ideologically driven disinformation. And boy, are there plenty of those.
California is a wasteland. Period. How can it not be a wasteland when you had MOX fuel? The number 3 reactor is 2 million times worse. That went straight up into the jet stream at 100 miles per hour.
I don't even trust scientists.
But then, if you're arguing absolute, it's more of a scientific
folks
word.
that are destroying the planet. A lot of these scientists. Okay.
Of course.
This is a fantasy. This is a fantasy, like dragons. Like except dragons aren't a fantasy. But their idea of, oh well, dragons aren't real. No, this isn't real. This is something they've just made up. Incredible.
But it's interesting to me that I don't know any free market entrepreneur who's come up with any of this stuff. It generally tends to be academics with tenure. And You know, if you can't get fired and you're getting paid $150,000 to do something you love for 3 hours a week, yeah, I can understand how you might be somewhat beyond incentives, but...
The belief that women are somehow a naturally weaker gender is a deeply ingrained, socially constructed myth, which of course is completely false.
Okay. What I would like to do is get all the pastors together, all the American pastors, and I would plead with them to preach the fear of God, because we have so many pastors that are nothing more than motivational speakers.
And I just want to let you all know how amazing Alex's teleseminar secrets was. It really motivated me to get my own business started.
I've seen this video for solar freaking roadways. Yeah! I have seen the future, and it is solar freaking roadways.
Sorry, boys, but the ivory tower's got a new breed of guard. One who really doesn't mind getting their hands dirty. One who's not going to let this shit slide. One that won't think twice before giving you a good, solid, factual bitch slap. Or going all reasons Rottweiler on your ass.